Hello guys, welcome to Scouting Network, and today we are going to talk about the top 3 key factors that helped Man United win over Barcelona last night. What a game it was. I stayed up all night, slept only for 3 hours, but it was worth it. After that dodgy penalty in the first half, Ten Hag masterclass helped United win the match. So let's just not waste any more time and get into the video. Number 3, the introduction of Anthony. After the poor start United had in the second leg, Ten Hag had to change something tactically, and he decided to bring in Anthony after 45 minutes. The first 45 minutes, United were getting dominated in position and the pass ratio was really bad. It was around 72%. And if you want to beat Barcelona, that's just not good enough. So the biggest change he made in the second half was bringing Anthony on and taking Weghorst off. Weghorst was doing decently well. He was pressing from the front, but his passing ratio was not good. So he decided to bring in Anthony, who can keep the ball much better, and the ball retention of Anthony is extremely good comparing to the other players. And he was also brought on to deal with Balde, who was having a lot of fun against Bruno Fernandes, who was trying to track back but couldn't really deal with Balde at that time and ended up giving the penalty away. Anthony not only just tracked back and defended against Balde's runs, but he also kept the ball very well. He shielded the ball very well and he kept it going in the forward area. On the transition, he was extremely important. You could almost feel it. That Ten Hag, this change will work. Every time Ten Hag makes a change and has an effect, which makes him one of the best managers around at this moment in time. There's no doubt about that. And the goal Anthony scored, by the way, what a banger that was. The second key factor that happened during the game was Fred. The first half Fred was not that good because the number 10 that was playing was Jadon Sancho, and Jadon Sancho couldn't really keep the ball in the middle because Bruno was playing on the right wing and Bruno was struggling at that moment against Balde, so the ball retention was not good. But the moment Bruno came into the number 10 position and Sancho moved to the left and Weghorst came off and Anthony moved on the right wing, we saw the real Fred. Fred was energetic, he was firing, he stopped Frankie. Even Ten Hag confirmed in his press conference, Fred was the key to stop Frankie. Frankie was making all those runs into the box, but he stopped him. He was the mosquito. Apparently Ten Hag called him the mosquito around Frankie de Jong. He was making all sorts of trouble. Not just that, he scored a fantastic goal. He stopped, he tackled, he ran and ran. He is the Ji-sung Park of this new United, where you put him in big games and he will perform. The energy Fred brings into Man United's midfield is unmatched. Whenever Fred is alongside with Casemiro, he looks a different player. That was his 5th goal that he scored in this season. And number 1 key factor that changed the game was Granacho. Garnacho's introduction was extremely key, and you might think, what did he really do? It might go under the radar, his performance. But believe me, it was a really good performance. At first, we only had Rashford to run in behind with his pace, but when we brought in Granacho, we brought in the directness. Sancho was good, especially in the second half, he was alright, but the moment we brought in Granacho brought in the directness. He was like, first he can go on his left foot and put the ball into the box. He put a brilliant cross into the box for Marcus Rashford. Rashford just came late, but he cut in. The second goal we scored, Granacho played a big role into that as well. Bruno's pass was to Granacho. Granacho shot it and the ball deflected to Anthony, obviously, but Granacho played a big role in the second goal as well. His directness is something unmatched. I think that is one of the reasons why he has been one of the most key players for Ten Hag to bring in off the bench. There are aspects of Garnacho's game that needs improving, but the kid is fearless. The kid has a huge potential in him. So Barcelona done, Newcastle up next. Do smash a like in the video if you agree with these factors. Carabao Cup final is coming, baby. Let's do it, Man United.